YouTube world, my name is Cheyenne Plotner. Today we're going to be talking about some accessories for our Pk360. I got this back in March. I've been using it pretty religiously, once a week, sometimes twice a week. You know how it is. Made in 1952. They've got a new Pk Go out that you should check out. It's a really cool grill, smaller grill. But this one right here has been great, keeps temp. Just a great grill. I love cooking on this thing, and today we're going to talk about some accessories. All right, so we have some temp gauges, some thermometers out here. These are just a couple that I have. I'll go through these pretty quick and let you know kind of what my opinion is on these. So I use this one pretty much, this guy, every time that I barbecue and I'm curious about the internal temp of the meat, I'm using this guy. This is wireless if you're staying outside. I found if I go inside probably about 30 feet, it might work. But if I want to stay inside, then I usually just get the range where the farthest it goes inside and kind of just leave it there. And then I'll come in, walk into the room where I have that and check on that. This guy I use pretty much every second or third cook. It's really easy to read, really good at night. Gives you really instant temps right when you need it. Unfortunately, you have to lift the lid whenever you want to check the temp for these guys, but this is spot on. I got this one a while back. This is the iChef. This one is also wireless. This one has an app. Don't really like this one. I use it as a backup, strictly as a backup. I actually used it the other night. This one was dirty, and so was the probe for this one. Same thing with the wireless technology. It only works for about 20 feet. Touch it, comes on. That's why I don't use that one. It works though. Now these right here, some people will have these set up to give you your temp on the side wherever you're exhausting out. Never really used that gauge on the Weber, but you know, you can have this hanging out and it can give you your temp whenever you want to barbecue on a Weber like that. These guys work pretty good. Don't really use that as much. I did use one of these guys inside my Weber about a couple years ago. I stopped doing that. Freezer thermometer, just had it, brought it out. But these are the ones that I use. Again, I'm using the Thermo Pro, great brand. I'm using these guys pretty much every single cook. I haven't really been relying too much on the internal temp of the grill, especially since I've been using my 360 here. It does have a gauge on that side, which is perfect. Unlike the Weber, it is opposite of the side that I usually cook on, my charcoal here. These are some of the thermometers that I use. All right, folks, let's go over some accessories here that I've got for the old Pk grill. This first one, this grid, this is the Cook More grid right here. That grid was $39.99. I picked that up in Oregon when I got my grill. I use that a lot. You know, you don't have a lot of cooking space in between the grid, your cooking grid, and the charcoal on the Pk. You've got about maybe 4 inches if you have a flat bed of charcoal in there. So this is good to raise it. Also, sometimes what I'll do is I'll actually put some food right here, right above the charcoals, and that usually helps out. It just gives you another area, cooking surface area to cook with on the grill. Next is the Pk heavy duty charcoal basket. It's $39.99. I don't like using that guy. All these spaces in between these holes is areas for the charcoal to turn into ash and kind of sit there. And what that does, it's going to create kind of a layer, and it's going to plug up these holes eventually if you're not shaking it constantly. I don't open my grill to shake anything, but I have used this a couple times. Not a big fan. I just like the grates, using the charcoal right on top of the grates. That way you get the max amount of airflow the whole time that you're cooking. These other charcoal baskets right here, I've used those once or twice. Again, not a huge fan of it. I'll use them more on my Weber. Those are about 20 bucks for a set. I recently got this guy. This is the Be Warm one word sprayer. This is a 67 ounce, the pump sprayer. The thing was 12 bucks on Amazon. So I'm using mostly just water. I was spraying with apple juice, other kind of things like that, but lately it's just been water. So that thing is a great accessory to have. And these gloves I got on Amazon Home Max's store. They were $16.99 each. These are pretty nice. So I use these when I'm adding charcoal, so I don't waste my plastic latex hand gloves. These work really well. I haven't burned through the tips here yet. I do have some older ones here to where I did burn the tips off. But so far I've had these for a couple of months. These seem to be holding up pretty good. And here we have our 360 grill cover. I've had this since March of this year, so I've had it for maybe about 9 months so far. The only thing that really has come apart here is right here on this button. This button kind of came apart, came through, and so when you snap it on under here, it doesn't really catch on one side. But it's been through summer in Bakersfield, up to 100 degrees for a while, and just a little bit of discoloration, but not too bad. That guy right there was $79.99, so pretty much worth the cover. Hey, thanks for watching the video on my accessories on the PK grill. We've got some more videos to come, some more cooks to come, so hopefully you like it, and we'll see you next time.